bottom, from the middle, or the top of the tobacco plant. And each of these leaves are going to give something different to that Cuban cigar. We call it habano in Spanish. Habano is a Cuban cigar. We have different vitolas. What is a vitola? It's the size of a cigar. So for example, here, on this side, you find all the different sizes, different vitolas of different brands that we have. In Cuba, we have 32 different brands of cigars, but each of them have different sizes. Cohiba, for example, is like #1 cigar. For most people, is the most, the best quality. And within Cohiba, you find different sizes. You can find a panetela, which is a lady cigar, or you can find a Splendido, which is a big Cuban cigar. So as you see, she's blending and making the filler and the binder of the cigar, which is made by 3 different leaves: seco, volado, and ligero. They're gonna give the aroma and the strength of that cigar. Most of the Cuban cigar have a mild flavor, except for Partagas, Ollo de Monterrey, and Robaina, which are strong flavors. ¿Tienes una capa ahí para enseñarle la diferencia?
Ya me da esta, está más fresca.
Sí, cualquiera de buena.
No, porque cuando se pasan días tiene un olor muy fuerte.
Ah, ya.
No, espérate,
Look at this one. It's really soft, it's really flexible, because it's the same plant. The difference is that in this case, that tobacco plant is going to be covered, the whole field is going to be covered by the cotton net. Why? Because they need to obtain this soft leaf. So it's avoiding too much sun, wind, or even the insects in the field. So that's why this one is so different to the other ones. This is the outer leaf, is what we call capa, or the rubber leaf. It's the one that gives the beauty to the cigar. So the whole cigar making procedure is handmade, and that's one of the reasons why Cuban cigars are expensive, because the whole process is handmade from the fields and to the factory. So right there she has the filler and the binder already rolled. She's using that glue, which is not made in Cuba. It's imported from Canada because it's obtained from a specific tree where they use the resin. And this resin doesn't have any taste, any color, any smell. So that's why it's the special glue they use for the cigars.
Vamos a enseñarle un molde.
¿Dónde lo tiene? Okay. So normally, if you go to a cigar factory, after rolling binder and filler leaves, they put it inside of that wooden mold. They press the cigar for 25 to 35 minutes, and then they put it in that press for that long, and then they take it out and they roll the final leaf, the wrapper leaf. We don't have time to wait 30 minutes here, so she's gonna make the whole process so you can see the final result.
Yeah.
Again, she's doing it very slow so you can see, you can make your videos, but in the factory you cannot afford to go so slow. Because if you don't make the quota, 100, 120, you're not paid, or you don't get the same, payment. So you have to go like really fast. And every cigar roller in a factory has a number, and that is your ID. It means that once you finish your production, all these cigars go through the quality control department. If that especially detects any error and any problem with that cigar, they send it back to the same roller. And that also affects the production and your salary.
Usually, how long does it take to roll? Is it like 8 hours for 125?
Normalmente en una fábrica, tú que trabajaste en una fábrica, hacer una cuota de 100, 120 tabacos al día, ¿cuántas horas de trabajo serían?
8 horas.
8 hours.
8 hours.
8 horas. Este mismo es 130. Es 8 horas.
So this brand, this size she's making is 130. is a quota. In 8 hours, you have to make 130 of this cigar she's making. Now, being a cigar roller is still considered a very good job in Cuba. Why is that? It's a hard work, but you get a local peso salary, a month salary in pesos, but you also, and the most important, you get a bonus in CUC. There are very few jobs in Cuba where you get CUC salary, and that is the cigar rolling. They get 15, depending on the factory, it could be 15, 20, 13 CUC a month, which is a bonus based on your production. And then, the other benefit for cigar rollers is that they are allowed to take home 4 cigars a day. Of course, that encourages black market because, and you're gonna see once you are without me walking around the city, you're gonna find a lot of people offering you cigars at very low prices. And be careful with that because everybody's gonna tell you, it's my brother who works in the Fartagas factory, it's my sister, she's a roller at the Cohiba cigar factory. But be really careful because sometimes what people do, and this is not fiction, this is real, people dry the banana leaves, they roll it, and